Hello, Martin.
G'day, mate.
What are you doing, mate?
I'm going to put a stereo in the mirror at some point.
Not today, mate. Do you want to go buy a car?
Yeah, always.
Awesome.
Always.
I don't know what kind of car yet, Martin.
I know what kind of car.
That's
we need to search.
Turbocharged.
Absolutely. The only way to search for a car is to search turbo. And generally all the good stuff is like under 5k.
I mean, actually go buy it right now, this second.
Oh, like today?
Yeah, like ring someone right now, find a car for sale, must be turbocharged, and then just go buy it.
Yeah, because finishing all the other project cars is definitely not the way to go.
No. And then we'll sell it tomorrow and see how much money we can make. 24-hour turbo car experience.
A profit-making exercise, and then spend the excess on kebabs.
So today's mission is very simple, people. We're going to find a turbocharged car for sale in Sydney. We're going to buy it. We're going to drive around in it.
223 turbo cars between $0, dude. A turbo car for $0.
Really?
Between 0 and 5,000 for sale. Peugeot, blah, Ford Transit, got one already. Manual Rodeo, no, I had one of them.
It's got to be fun and weird.
It can't be a four-wheel drive.
Is that a Delica or a Delica or whatever they're called?
That's automatic Volvo. That's got an Audi with no pictures. It's that soulless, it doesn't even get a photo. 1997 Saab 900, done that.
We've already done that.
Volkswagen, done that. You got a Passat, basically. Saab, done that. So, dude, all the cars, all the Saabs are the cheap ones.
Is there nothing good?
I reckon we can find something Euro, for sure.
Where are all the Skylines, man?
Saab, Holden Astra, bro. Dude, smart. I'm going to save that for later. Let's just save that one for later.
Dude, you should just
Saab, Great Wall.
No.
Oh, smart cars, man. Saab, Volvo.
Apple T, new Tab Hayabusa engine.
Later, man. Let's one thing at a time.
Dude, that's a rad deal.
You've already got one of them. You've got one. It's out the front. It's white.
Is there nothing cool?
Renault. Turbo diesel. They want a turbo diesel. Oh, actually, turbo diesel could be good. Should we go diesel?
Ooh.
Nah, man. No, it can be good.
Can it?
Diesel can be good.
All right, so we have found a car for sale. It's turbo, and it's available.
Turbo, just like this thing. This thing's so rad.
Just like this thing that's off its face. So this is a mate of mine that we called this morning. We saw an ad for a car for sale on a forum that was his. And we gave him a call and was like, is your car still available? It's a little bit out of our price budget, Mark.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Fix that.
But we're gonna fix that. So we got about a half an hour drive, and then hopefully it ticks all the boxes, Martin, of, well, there's only one box, isn't it? Turbocharged.
Turbo.
And something that we haven't owned before. So you're going to be coming with us live, not live, but it's YouTube, as we bargain on this mad car. It's going to be rubbish, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. That's never stopped us before.
We just saw some photos of it. It's like in worse shape than anything we've ever owned before. But
which means it's perfect.
I think it's going to be perfect for us today. For our mission of we're only going to own it for 24 hours anyway. We're flipping it tomorrow. We do whatever we can with it today, and we flip it tomorrow.
It's the burger. It's getting flipped. Man, I love that this thing's so 70s. It's got an ashtray. Look at it.
That ashtray's in planes as well, man. People flying around in the sky, smoking. It's crazy.
But the question is, which hand are you supposed to durry in?
That's a good question. Now, I assumed that you're meant to smoke with your right hand. It's back in the 70s, right? Or whatever. You're having a cigarette, it goes out the window, but then the ashtray is on that side. So is it meant to be in your left hand? Because otherwise, is your right hand going under? Is it going over? Or is your cigarette in the gear change hand?
And this is specific to Japanese cars, because if you're in America, you're sitting here, and then you're durrying with your left hand, or durrying with your right hand.
They're mysteries, Martin. Someone will know the answer, but I don't know the answer.
Chopped, only chopped is healthier.
There it is, man. Let's go get ourselves a nugget. Mad.
Surprisingly cool day.
What have you got in there, mate?
Oh, some pretty strong coffee.
Mate, we're here for your car.
Yes.
It's for sale.
I understand, it is.
We saw it on the internet. How much is it? Is it 3.5 you're after?
If I could get 3.5, I'd be pretty happy.
Okay. All right. Maybe we've got an offer for you that I'm going to give you an offer.
Some cash.
We brought cash.
Oh,
It won't be $3,500, but it'll be close.
Should we go have a quick look at the car?
Yeah, let's do it.
So here it is. The beast.
Yeah, it is a beast. It's a 1976 Mercedes W123. and it's a 300D, so that's a 3-litre diesel engine.
Wow.
Diesel, turbo, just like we said.
The first of this W123 that came out.
And is it sitting on lowered springs on the back?
No, it's just because it's loaded up with spare parts at
Yeah,
the moment,
okay.
which come with the car as an added bonus.
Great.
We can negotiate.
That's that's custom trim there.
Yep,
Custom
nice.
patina.
Looking good. So is this like a limo back in the day? Oh my god.
It's a bit Spartan, as they say.
You can even have that with it if you like.
The 12th man.
Is that a cassette?
Yeah.
That's a double cassette, man.
Double cassette.
From back in the day.
People don't even know what they are, man. That's old school data storage, isn't it?
This was
Needs a good wind.
needs a good little pencil. This here is magnetic tape with what, ferrous oxide or something? Is that what's on
Sure.
it? Anyway,
Metal.
and they code it. They don't code it with anything because it's not data. That's analog. Anyway, comes with a free tape. Whoa.
So this is the seat adjustment here. This is because she's had a lot of
right.
a lot of butt on there over the last 40
Okay.
years. And it needs an advance, so it won't start very well cold.
Oh,
there you
looks
go.
like it's out of a
Look at that
plane.
dinosaur.
Looks like an aeroplane engine.
Yeah, it does. It's like a Spitfire.
It looks awesome.
What I did was put this new injector pump in here, which is
right.
it's a rebuilt thing, because the way to make a diesel go faster is add more fuel.
Fuel pressure.
essentially.
This is
Yep.
what makes diesel possible, isn't it?
But this pump is it's a rotary pump, and it's a timing. It's also your distributor as well.
And it runs off the
Crank,
basically.
the timing chain. Yeah. So the timing chain drives that, and it just sends fuel, like a pulse of fuel, to each cylinder in the right firing order.
Yep.
And the pressure is strong enough in there. There's a big spring inside that injector that it
Yep.
opens. The pressure from the pump causes the injector to open.
Yeah, cool.
And then it sprays it out into the car, and
Cool.
off it goes.
And no spark plugs required either.
No
like
spark
these
plugs.
glow plugs in this thing.
That's right. They're the glow plugs just there. See that there?
That just keeps everything hot.
That's called the bus bar there.
Yep.
So it's all in lines. The later models of these were in parallel. This is wired in series.
Yep.
Which is annoying. If you lose one glow plug, you lose the lot.
The only problem with this is it's automatic though, so you can't really push start it. So that's a problem. You need a hand crank or something.
See, that's worth a discount too.
That's right. I mean, we're getting discounts left, right, and centre.
Not that
aren't we?
it hanging on your car, but you know, look, man, we've got to be realistic about that negotiation, don't we?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's time to talk money then. I'm assuming it runs.
It runs like high 12s down the quarter.
Does it actually?
Really?
No.
How much do you actually want for it? Like realistically?
Yeah, it owes me more than 3.5, but that's what I'm asking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What will you actually take though, without doing the big dance around? Like
I don't know. What's your offer?
$3,000 on the nose?
Yeah, with a full tank of juice.
Amazing. All right. So here's the bit we didn't tell you yet. He makes his own fuel, and we're going to go make a tank of it. Then we're going to fill up old Bertha here. Has she got a name?
It's actually the coal grenade.
The coal grenade.
The coal grenade, yes. That's right, because it could blow up at any time now that you've just bought it.
All right, well, we're going to take it for a drive, but we're not going to do that until we properly DIY our own fuel, which we're going to do, and then we're going to take this home. And our plan was only to own this for 24 hours, so I may potentially sell it back to you tomorrow for $2,000, if you'd be willing to take it back.
Oh, well, let's see what sort of shape it's in
Yeah,
tomorrow.
exactly. Let's see what we do with it first. But yeah, let's go make some bio. Let's fill it up. You've got your wallet there, don't you? Yeah. All right.
Why is it my wallet?
Let's get
Where's
you
your
paid.
wallet?
I don't know. It's
So that's
chickens and stuff fried.
Yep, that's it. Chickens have been fried in that. Chickens and chips. Most of the time, most of the solids are out of it, but there's always still a few bits of chip and breadcrumbs and that sort of thing in there. So what I do is I have this 200-litre drum here.
Oh, look at it.
hectic.
And then I have this, which I put over the top when I'm pouring it in. It's like a colander if you're thinking.
That's what's for lunch, man.
That's all the bits of chip and stuff that gets in there. So that just sits over there, and we pour that through there, and then that gets all the chip and everything out, most of it. So when you're making biodiesel, you do this chemical reaction. It's called transesterification. And you use a caustic agent mixed with methanol to split the oil into its two component parts. And the lighter fraction is called ester, and the heavier fraction is called glycerol. And the glycerol's thick stuff like this. So it's like pretty tarry sort of stuff, and then the lighter fraction looks more like that.
Yeah.
And that's the part you burn
fuel,
in the car.
right?
That's the
Yeah,
fuel,
okay.
and this is kind of a waste product.
Yeah.
Which you can use as degreaser. Actually, it works great as hand cleaner or degreaser.
Yeah,
when you get
okay.
Easy hands. It's just basically soap based. So the next step is here. We're going to mix up the chemicals for the reaction. So the methanol and the potassium hydroxide I use, but you can use sodium hydroxide as well.
So Martin, cleanandgreencar.org.
It's finally
The
happening.
original name of Mighty Car Mods before it was called Mighty Car Mods. It's happening now
It is happening.
with legends like this that are DIYing their own clean and green fuel.
Well, it is a step in recycling, isn't it? Like you are taking a waste product that officially makes it recycling, and it's not just sitting in a landfill or in tins, locked up in tins till the end of time. So it's pretty cool. It's been reused.
And then we get to roll this afternoon in our new car in the fuel that we made.
Chip powered. And we'll get lunch while this is distilling, and we're chip powered as well.
That's true. That's true.
That's
and
just an
then-
excuse because I want chips real bad.
And then tomorrow we have to try and sell it. But I reckon we sell it back to him just for cheap.
Yeah, sure.
It's for sale anyway. So money's money, right?
Yeah.
You are the Walt Whitman of the diesel
You
world.
mean Walter White?
Is that his name?
Pretty sure you mean Walter White. Walt Whitman makes chocolates.
Does
or
he?
caramels. Walter White is the chemist.
Oh, no, Jesse
Whitman was
Pinkman.
the romantic American poet from
There you go.
Was he?
from the 19th century.
Well, that's
So not only
exactly
does he
who I
make
thought
it-
you were.
Not only does he make his own fuel, he's completely literate and knows literacy.
That's
And
pretty
we
amazing.
know that 240Zs are fun
And fast.
and fast. This is so rad. I'm loving it, man. How good is it? Except you have to go and buy a diesel car.
We just did.
And the next step is adding the potassium hydroxide, which is the caustic agent. It's the important part in the transesterification reaction. So look that one
Transesterification.
up. We'll do this reasonably quickly. So I'll just tear that there and get that to 0 on my scale. Now,
Walter White.
Walter White. That's it. Breaking Bad.
And I'm officially Jesse Pinkman right now.
That's it. And before
Bitch!
Okay, so that goes in there. Power on. Okay. So I've got this venter down here as well, so that any fumes created go out that little vent and out there. That takes probably 5-10 minutes to mix.
Oh, okay,
And
yes.
then we'll add it to the oil.
Yeah, okay,
and then,
cool.
And then they're away, and then that goes for about an hour and a half.
It's worth pointing out that this is also running off solar, so it's a really cloudy day, so we're only generating like about 600 watts, but that motor would be pulling about 600 watts, you were saying as well. So this is a bit more philosophy than practicality. Yeah?
So on this scale, definitely, because I'm only making like probably 160 litres of finished fuel at a time. So depending on how much you drive, that's not going to get you a long way. But yeah, it's exactly. It's a lifestyle thing. It's it's kind of a hobby, but it's also, carbon neutral motoring for me.
Absolutely.
So,
I kind of have that feeling with ethanol cars as well. Like, it's not so much. It's not really that practical because it's 23 litres per 100 k's, and you're burning a lot of it. You can create more of it, whereas it's not like a finite resource. But diesels are a little bit more efficient usually, so potentially this is tipping the green scales a bit more, I'd say.
Yeah.
than
Well,
ethanol.
that's it. This is like, I think my cars get 10 to 12 litres per 100 k's or something like that on it, depending on how hard you go.
Yep.
But,
The magic of turbos.
yeah.
They're just good no matter what you put them in. They're magical.
Martin, we came for the car, but stayed for the education, didn't we?
Learnings.
It's like, imagine if every time you bought a car was like this. You get your own fuel made for you while you wait. It was awesome.
We sort of did that with Supergrams and the E85.
That's true.
Sort of.
That's true.
So we'll kick this motor off now. All right, so you can have a look in this little pipe here, and you'll see it coming up through there and going in.
Oh, there it goes.
We'll just leave this run now for about an hour and a half or so, and the reaction should be done in that time.
Cool. And so you were saying if we leave it to sit for longer, it'll be more pure, but what comes out in an hour and a half is enough to throw into the coal grenade and drive.
Definitely, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Well, why don't we do some paperwork and also have a look at all the spares
Okay.
while we wait.
Yep.
And then we can go cruising.
And get chips.
And get chips.
This is one of my rust repair jobs here.
Nice.
Oh wow.
How's the comfort, dude?
Dude, with this foam thing's actually, he's onto something.
You need that foam thing, yeah.
Oh, this is comfy as, dude. Look how old school, man. Oil pressure, fuel, temp.
Yep.
That's a strange old boost gauge here. 22 pounds of boost apparently.
Yeah.
And this has methanol injection.
That's right. Yeah, you can see it. It's in the boot, but you kind of will have to move.
like a water spray thing, so
That's
you
it,
can.
yeah, I
it's
can show you after
liquid intercooling. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It works well. I mean, it keeps the exhaust gas temperatures down.
Tell you what, I'm all about these seats, man. This is some
It's
comfy.
pretty baller,
Is this
isn't
one of
it,
the
dude?
comfiest seats you've sat in? A
Yeah,
car?
this is up there with a 1984 Falcon.
All
Amazing.
independent rear suspension.
Yep.
4-wheel disc brakes.
Yep. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baller. Absolutely baller. Can't wait to drive it. I just want to make an interesting point, and that is that in 1976, when that car was made, at the exact same time somewhere else in the world, they were making this 240Z. I mean, it's just, they're not really comparable. They're made for very different markets and very different things, but this is where the world was at. I mean, they're comfortable, they're plush, they're really big inside. No one was really caring about eco stuff yet. I mean, not that ours counts because it's got an RB26 in it, but it's interesting because you've kind of got the two ends of the spectrum here. You've got kind of like a light rear-wheel drive sports car versus that like just German behemoth of comfort. Okay, so it's been about an hour and a half, and now it is getting pumped out through a filter and going down into our container here, and you can see it. That is what is going to be powering our German boat. Literally a land boat. You thought a Skyline R33 was a land boat. It's seen nothing, man. Absolutely nothing. Look at that. It comes out pretty clean as well, hey?
Super clean. Well, that's a 10 micron filter in there.
That's awesome, man. So good. All right, so we wait till that finishes trickling in, and then we go out and we fill the beast up, and then we give you some money and get out of here.
Sounds like a plan.
There it is. Let's do this.
It's got a holder on the door.
Oh, a little. So does it go like that?
Just screwed if you've got a hatchback. That makes me so happy. I can't even explain it.
That's amazing.
That makes me so happy.
It hasn't started yet.
Who cares? We just made fuel, man.
That's true. Yeah! Ah, it smells like a restaurant.
Smells like chips. Fryer, dude. Oh, wow.
What have we done, Martin? We don't have enough parking spots for this.
Keep an eye on the EGP gauge and try not to let it go over, I don't know, 700 for short bursts, 550 for, yeah.
Awesome. Let's go.
Thank you, mate. Thank you very much.
Let's do this.
Thanks, mate. Does your horn work, mate? Yeah. You know what?
This is sick.
I feel like we're in Cuba again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is sick. I don't know where the blinkers are. There they are.
Euro. Wait, aren't they on the
No,
right?
they're on the right, man.
What?
I know.
It's the spool.
Oh,
Oh, it's coming on though. Feel the boost coming on?
yeah, man. You hit spools up.
All the way, man.
Clean and green nugget.
Far out, man.
Hey, what's up? We're rolling chip
I can't
oil,
reach,
man.
Martin. Pass one for me. Pass that one over.
We're rolling chip oil, boys.
Hey?
Biodiesel. Eh?
Really?
It smells like chips.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
Chop, 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 chop. Too bad if we didn't want to get noticed. In a car like this, it's all over. I want foot to the floor.
All right, here we go.
Spool it up.
Here we go. Spool
Let's
it.
go.
Let's go.
It comes on. It comes on. Yes.
You can actually get it right there.
I reckon that's faster than the L20 was in the 240Z.
I would agree.
Do you remember?
Absolutely. This is faster than a Datsun S30.
I don't know if that's saying much, but it's saying something. More old nuggets. Yes.
It's an old Beamer. Tunnel run! Tunnel run!
Tunnel run! Tunnel run! Woo! This is sick. Dude, you know what's funny about cars? I always say this, they evoke a certain feeling in you that you can only get from that specific car. Like if we were in a Lambo now, he wouldn't have stopped to say good day.
Nope.
But instead, it's just Nugget Central. It's so good. This is the second way you can get into the city. There's the Harbour Bridge,
Point it up.
which is over there. And then this is the
Look at
Anzac
this, man.
Bridge, which is very trippy, as you can see.
This is awesome, dude. Look at it. Beautiful day. Rolling on our chip oil Mercedes.
There's Sydney Harbour.
Doesn't get better than this, man.
Well done, Martin. It's a weird thing.
It's a very weird thing.
And I'm just glad we did the weird thing.
You got to do weird things occasionally because occasionally they'll have a weird win.
Yes.
Yes.
You've got to do weird things occasionally because sometimes you have a weird win.
And
Is that
weird
what you
wins
said?
are exceptionally sweet.
Martin, that's a fantastic quote. I'd like to get that on a meme machine, also known as a computer. Hey, bro. There it is. That'll do. Hey, Martin.
Yeah.
I got a crazy idea.
Yep.
Let's go and show everyone your new car. Should we do that?
Absolutely. On the next episode of Mighty Car Mod.